Hey, I'm Cameron,
I'm Andrew.
and we're going to tell you a Bible story.
That's right, but with some awesome sound effects like this. Erg!
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yep.
This is the story of Pentecost.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. How much?
What are you saying to me?
How much is the cost? You said pay the cost. I'm just asking how much I need to pay. Like $5, $20, $2 billion.
No, I didn't say that. I said Pentecost. It's the story of Pentecost from Acts chapter 2 in the Bible.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. What even is that?
I was about to tell you before you so rudely interrupted.
Good point.
This is the incredible and true story of when God's Holy Spirit came and filled Jesus' followers with power.
That's awesome. Sweet for them.
And it's also how that same power is available to us today.
What? How?
Yeah, I keep trying to tell you this amazing story if you just let me.
Okay, you know what? I wish you were filled with the spirit of relaxing.
The spirit of what now?
Nothing. We'll get back to the story. Yep.
This story begins after Jesus' death and resurrection. He appeared to his disciples, teaching and spending time with them, even eating to show them his body was real. Gross. Was that an eating sound?
Yeah, they're eating Go-Gurts.
Go-Gurt?
Yeah, you know Go-Gurt, like it's like yogurt, like in that whole tube thing, and you're like, you slurp it out, you know? It's like yogurt on the go, Go-Gurt.
Right. No, I know what Go-Gurt
Yeah,
is.
they're awesome.
What I'm saying is this was the Bible times. No Go-Gurt back then.
They didn't have Go-Gurts back then?
No.
You know what I call that? No-Gurts.
It's funny.
I got it.
Okay.
Back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story. Jesus told his disciples that soon something would change. They would receive power when the Holy Spirit comes. But they didn't really understand what he meant. Yeah, shortly after that, Jesus was taken up to heaven. He disappeared behind the clouds. After staring up at the sky for a while, understandably, they traveled back to Jerusalem. Not quite. No, they didn't have cars back then.
Didn't drive car. Oh, okay. I bet
No
this.
cars.
I got it. Wheelie.
No motorcycles either.
Okay. They didn't have Go-Gurts back then. They didn't have motorcycles back then. I don't envy these guys at all.
Well, they did get to spend about 3 years face to face with Jesus, so.
Yeah, that's like the coolest thing. Good
Yeah,
point.
probably.
Okay. So maybe horses?
Yeah, probably horses. Back in Jerusalem, the followers of Jesus gathered in a room upstairs where they were staying, which we often call the upper room, to pray and to fellowship together. Then, on a special day where God's people celebrated a feast called Pentecost.
There's that word you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, good job paying attention.
That isn't good.
When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in this upper room praying when something started to happen. A breeze began to blow. It grew a little stronger and stronger. Suddenly, a rushing wind blew through the windows and filled the room. But there was more than just rushing wind. Tongues of fire appeared, and those came to rest on each of them. Wow, what is happening? What's going on?
It's the fire alarm. The fire alarm went off because the fire, you know?
Oh.
It's okay. Everybody relax. Fire department's on their way.
Nope.
Everything's under control.
Nope, no need for the fire department. No need for the fire department.
Ooh. Was it a false alarm? Oh, that's not good. You still got to pay, you know. First responding ain't cheap. Hope you have insurance.
No. It wasn't that kind of fire that would like burn the place down. This was what I was talking about earlier. This was God's Holy Spirit showing up. The helper that Jesus told them about coming down and filling them with power.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, what happened next?
After this, everything changed. They used to be fearful and timid, unsure about what Jesus was teaching, about God's kingdom. But after the Holy Spirit filled them, they were never the same.
Okay, so like what they do, just get like some haircuts, you know, like change their clothes, start working out, get those T levels up.
No, not like that. They were changed from the inside out. And right away, they did something totally unexpected. They went out and started preaching the gospel and talking about Jesus to everyone around.
Wait, hold on. Hit the brakes. You said like unexpected. Like that's not that crazy to go talk about Jesus. I thought you said it was like totally different.
Well, get this. The people that were hearing them were from all over the place. They spoke different languages. They came from different countries. but they all heard them speaking in their own language.
Whoa, hold on. Let me get this straight. So they were like saying words, and all the people that spoke different languages, they didn't hear like blah, 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 blah. They heard like their own language?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like impossible.
Aha, but you see, nothing is impossible for God. The people heard them preaching in their own language at first. They were kind of freaked out. And some of them even said, these people are just crazy. But many others listened and received what they said all the way into their heart. On that day alone, 3,000 people were saved and began believing in Jesus. And after this, the first church began, and the numbers of people who started following the way of Jesus absolutely exploded. Well, not actually exploded.
Oh, sorry. Like figuratively.
Yes.
Like they just grew?
Yeah, they just grew.
Like a boop, 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 boop.
Yes, like that. The Holy Spirit filled the disciples and gave them power that they never had before.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that they had like superpowers? Like they could like shoot webs and fly and have like laser vision? Is that what you're saying?
Are you actually asking me this question, or are you just joking?
Just joking?
No, they didn't have comic book superhero powers.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, of course.
They were filled with the power of God, which is way better. They were bold and unafraid of anything that stood in their way. They healed the sick, cast out demons, even faced death for their faith in Jesus without flinching.
Dude, that is awesome. Okay, they're like real-life superheroes, and they don't have to wear stretchy pants.
Totally. But you know what's really awesome? That same power is available to us today.
Wait, like you and me?
Yeah.
And them?
Correct.
What? How?
Well, the Holy Spirit is just as real and just as active today as he was back then. In fact, Acts 1:8 says, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you," just like it did with the believers all the way back at Pentecost. So you can say, God's Spirit lives in me.
God's Spirit lives in me?
That's right.
Yes!
Today